How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Tilted Glory Gaming. Today we're going to go over the hammer in Monster Hunter Wilds. Um, there's a couple things that are not exactly upfront about this weapon that are hidden behind certain combos you have to get into to be able to pull off certain moves. But for the most part, it's relatively straightforward. So we have your normal top face button. 3 times will get you to an upswing. Okay, that can be combined in with your right face button, but does not work the other way around. So if we go to the right face button, you get Big Bang 1, 2, 3, 4, and the finisher, as you saw after our top face button from before. Um, However, if you do Big Bang 1, nothing, go back into B because I pressed it too many times, but after 1, 2, nothing. So if you press the right face button, you cannot go back into the top face button. It does not combo back to the other attack. That does change kind of after the finisher. Basically, you're just back to where you started. You got a long animation, obviously. Um, but yeah, once you are in the Big Bang combo, you are there to stay. You can go into spinning bludgeon afterwards, but you cannot just go back to a Y combo. You have to go into spinning bludgeon. I don't know why that's hard to say for me. So you also have your charge attack, and you'll do that by holding the right trigger or R2 on PlayStation. And this has a couple different charge levels. You have 1, 2, and 3 for charge levels, and each one does something different. Okay, so first off, if you hold your charge button and you press your right face button, it's a good repositioner. Okay, it's not an attack, it's just to reposition. Okay, that is the full charge right there. But if we go over here and we do a one charge, you'll watch the player character glow, and that's going to tell you the different charge levels. So I believe the first one is white, next one's orange, and the final one's red. But we'll go through that right now. 1, see how the player character lit up white. Now we will go to 2. 1, 2. Okay, that does an upswing. Again, 1, 2, upswing. That's just letting go of the button or pressing Y. Either one will work. Now, if we go to 3, 1, 2, and 3, and you can hold this forever, it will not let go on you, at least that I've found. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's letting go for me. But again, you can press the top face button to come out of it, and that goes into a charge Big Bang. There's other things you can do with this. So let's say, well, let's go over focus attacks first, and then I'll show you what you can do coming out of a focus attack. All right, so we have your left trigger or L2. Okay, hold that to get in focus mode, and you're going to press R1 or right bumper, depending on what controller you're on. And that's going to do your focus attack on a wound. Okay. Focus blow earthquake. Now, there's not one on this side. Let's go over here. Now there's a couple things you can do coming out of this. You can press Y, and that'll just go into overhead smash 2 and then an upswing. So you skip one part of your Y combo. And also, if it was not apparent, your hammer does do stun damage if you're new to the game. It is one of the only weapons that does that. Most of the other quote-unquote blade weapons, melee weapons, do not. So, unfortunately, if you go into this and you press the right face button, though, you're not going to do anything. It will wait until you are completely recovered from the animation, and then you just go into Big Bang. So your right face button does not combo very well. So you want to keep that in mind. Most of your flow is going to come from your top face button, and your right face button is going to be kind of, you're stuck in that animation. Probably best for a down. Now, the interesting part for this is if you charge, okay, so we're going to go all the way to 3. We're going to go into focus mode. This does take a little bit of, making sure your fingers are at the right spots. You can't be moving your, index finger all around. It has to stay at the top. But so you go into focus mode while you have a full charge, and then you do a focus strike. Now, your input for B is changed to the Big Bang. That changes depending on what charge level you go into your focus attack with. So if we go in with 1, upswing. And let's go in with 2. Upswing. And nothing if you don't charge. Let's charge. There we go. That was 1, the side blow. I must have charged it too far for the first time I tried the level 1. Level 1 does end quite quickly. So again, if you go into level 1, it's going to do the side blow. Okay. Now, let's say you charge this and go into Y. Do the Big Bang like I said before. Now you can also do a top face button and a side face button together. That is going to give you just the overhead smash first. It's not going to take both inputs. But if you do a overhead smash, so the top face button, and then press them both, you go into a spinning bludgeon. So this is where another spot where you can get different moves depending on where you execute another button press. Okay, so we're going to try and do this. There's 3 different combos to it. We're going to try and get all 3 out in a row. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit top face button. We're going to hit both the top and the side face button. And then each rotation, the first 3 rotations, will indicate where or what move comes out. So we are going to do 1, 2, and it's a side smash. Okay? 1, 2, and spinning follow up. And then last 1, 2, 3, and spinning strong upswing. Again, you want to time it with during the third swing for the last one, during the second swing for the second one, and the first swing for the first one. So it does take a little bit of timing and knowing where you are. You have to kind of pay attention to your player character and how many hits you got in. So if you're just going to button smash, not a good idea. Then, as far as jump attacks, if you hold the charge button, you just go straight into charge and continue down until you are, fully charged up and release. If you have the weapon away and you do the top face button, you just do the jumping smash. The right face button, again, does nothing until you get the ground. And then if you do both, it just goes into jumping smash. Now, as far as charging, jumping charge attack 1. Up, Okay, so it's just, if you charge, it's just different levels of the attack, but it's the same animation, just stronger the more you charge it, but it will do the same thing. And again, you charge and press B, and you do nothing until you hit the ground, and then you let go. As far as sliding attacks, you have two. You can either slide normally and press the top face button. Again, as the same animation as before. Or you can charge and again goes in the same animation as before, but it seems to be easier to slide. Just in my testing anyways. It seems to just be a little bit easier to slide in a charge than you are just normal running. Now you also have your charge into YB, and we're just gonna whip our hair back and forth. That's what I call this. Just whip your hair back and forth. Okay, and you just let go. And mighty charge slam. And a top face button just goes in overhead smash again, as per normal. And to show you what B does, it does absolutely nothing. Again, it is not a good idea to try and, smash B. And then RT does nothing but go back into charge. So you're going to be wanting to look at, if you're going into the mighty charge, you're going to want to combo it with Y. Now, there's different combos, as you saw there, coming out of your charge attack. Again, we've talked about the level 3 charge. If we go to 1, basically you get kind of like a backhand. And then if you go to 2, you also get the backhand. It's just level 3 that's slightly different, because you just go straight into a Y combo. So again, standing still, overhead smash. B doesn't change if you have movement inputs. However, Y does. So if you have movement, you will go into a side smash. Whereas if you don't have movement, just overhead smash. The fancy thing about that is Y, or top face button, actually allows you to move during the combo, and not with focus mode either. So you press Y and you hold forward, your character will walk forward slightly. All cool and well. You'd expect that. Do you expect that you can go sideways? Because you can. You can go either way sideways. You can also go backwards. It's not by much, and I'll be interested to see in the full game if Evade Extender has any correlation to this. I've not played Hammer in the old games. Hammer is one weapon that I kind of stay away from. In my opinion, I just much rather play Greatsword for this kind of thing. But it is a good weapon. It's just got a very short range. See? Very short range. It's very good for stunning monsters, hits on the head. So that's what you're going to be looking at doing if you're going to be playing this weapon. Also, they haven't released any crabs for this game yet. But I know, like in Sunbreak, hammers did more damage, I believe, to the crabs because of the exoskeleton or whatever. But that is essentially the hammer. Uh, Pretty quick, pretty easy. You just got to know where you are in a set animation to be able to come out of it and then go into something else. So if you have one particular move that you're trying to pull off, you're going to want to know exactly where you are in the animation to be able to pull that off. Movements, as you could see throughout the video here, is just your basic roll. Um, you're not you're not too prohibited by anything. The only attack that you're prohibited by is your right face button. You you take quite a while to roll out of that, regardless. Just like you take quite a while to animate out of that, going into a different attack. It's very unforgiving. Again, it's mostly for if you have a pretty wide opening on a monster. So, but get out there, test it for yourself, see how you like it, and get to playing, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.